11 Alive News Primetime starts now.
A fight to the finish, and Georgia voters responded.
I made it a point to make sure I stay here to vote and to make sure people were voting.
They cast their ballots early and in huge numbers because the stakes were high.
Both candidates can't leave any vote for granted, and they're going to have to try to reach as many voters as possible.
11 months after Georgia's Senate runoff captured a divided country's undivided attention, here we go again.
Work even harder and deliver the victory for the people of Georgia on December 6th.
If you can hang in there a little bit longer, just hang in there a little bit longer.
This time, Senator Raphael Warnock tries to hold off a major challenge from Herschel Walker. Now, as the polls close in Georgia, the waiting game begins.
And it's the runoff race we've been waiting for a month. It's finally here. Most of the polls statewide now closed with only a few remaining open. Thank you for joining us in our special runoff election coverage. I'm Kristen Crowley.
And I'm Ron Jones. A lot at stake tonight. We're talking about the U.S. Senate seat. 11 Alive's Doug Richards joins us live. And Doug, voters may not agree on a candidate, but one thing they can all agree on, a lot of folks here in the studio as well, they're ready for this campaign to come to an end.
Well, and it appears voting is coming to an end as well, at least at this precinct in Brookhaven, where I saw what I think was the last voter exit just a minute ago, right at 7 o'clock. And they entered and exited at a pretty brisk pace this afternoon. Say that 3 times fast. And there was a lot of fatigue also in the voices of Herschel Walker and Raphael Warnock when we caught up with them earlier today, perhaps reflecting the fatigue of Georgia voters.
How you doing? Nice to see you.
First-time candidate Herschel Walker made his final campaign visit to a Marietta diner. The former football star got star treatment from patrons of the diner. The question for the Republican is how many votes he'll get tonight in his effort to become a U.S. Senator from Georgia. In a rare chat with reporters, Walker praised his campaign team for keeping the race close.
All this money has been spent against them. They've done one heck of a job, and I'm so proud of my team. And that's the reason that we're in this election.
Re-elect Warnock! Re-elect Warnock! Re-elect Warnock!
On a misty morning, Raphael Warnock spoke to about 4 dozen campaign volunteers.
Little moisture in the air. You are definitely committed.
The Democrat warned that his opponent, Walker, could still win the runoff election, which kicked in after Warnock came up just short of a majority vote in November. Warnock reminded them he's been on the U.S. Senate ballot 5 times in the last 2.5 years.
After nearly 2 years of doing this work, as frustrating as politics can be, and as cynical as our politics has become, because of the work that I'm able to get done for ordinary folks, I love this job.
And Warnock told his supporters that he shared fatigue with them, telling them, quote, I am fully acquainted with tired. Just a minute ago here at this precinct in Brookhaven, we saw workers come out and tear down all the signs outside the building saying, vote here, vote now. This will convert back to a active schoolhouse tomorrow morning. Perhaps by then we will know the results. Live in Brookhaven, Doug Richards, 11 Alive News.
Well, let's hope so that it happens that way.